Get ready for up to 40%.
Plankton?
Uh-oh.
Initiating lockdown sequence.
No! Squidward, open up!
Give me that!
Come on, SpongeBob, join me, and we'll be rich and powerful until I eventually betray you. Join me!
No, never! I'm on Team Krabs for life!
Idiot boys! We can't leave your own carcass alone for 10 minutes in this town.
And now, if anyone has anything nice to say about Sheldon, this would be the time.
Plankton was small and green and loud.
It's okay.
I know what must be done.
How in the world did Nickelodeon miss these slip-ups? Well, I have no idea, but let's talk about them. Here are 5 SpongeBob slip-ups that Nickelodeon missed. Before we get started though, leave a comment down below, letting us know who your favorite SpongeBob character is. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That way you enter in to our monthly shout-out giveaway. The first couple of mistakes we'll be talking about today can be found in the episode Rockabye the Valve, a classic episode that has a few continuity errors. The first mistake takes place after the Tomorrow Slate appears on screen. We can see that SpongeBob is wearing a black tie instead of his usual red one. After this scene, his tie changes back to red. During another scene in this episode, Junior is given SpongeBob's pants to use as a bed for him to sleep in, leaving SpongeBob in his underwear. But when SpongeBob goes to feed him moments later, his pants have magically returned and he's wearing them again.
Oh, yeah, you're brave. But tomorrow, I promise.
Okay, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Phew, another tough day.
Oh, Patrick, I'm so glad you're home after working all day. I can't wait for my break.
Work was a killer.
Let's see. We need a box for him to sleep in. There you go. It's the best seat in the house. Are you hungry? I got just the thing. How would you like a Krabby Patty?
The episode Buried in Time sees the Krusty Krab starting up its very own time capsule out of the old tartar sauce container. And just as it's about to go into the ground, Mr. Krabs announces that he's going to make his own contribution, a copy of the Krusty Krab secret formula. Plankton, spying from his telescope across the street, obviously gets very excited about this and starts fantasizing about customers munching on Krabby Patties at his restaurant, the Chum Bucket. During Plankton's daydream, we see the customer Harold happily sucking away at his drink. But take a close look. That straw is definitely not inside his mouth. A small but big mistake. Here's a clip with audio.
But before we do, I'd like to make a contribution of my own. A copy of the Krabby Patty formula. There it is. The one element that can turn this lonesome bucket of steel into a bustling, world-famous eatery.
Let's get festive with the Season 2 episode, Christmas Who. In this episode, Sandy puts lights on one of her trees, and SpongeBob gets scared, thinking that it's on fire. Upon learning that people from Bikini Bottom have never experienced Christmas, she explains the concept to SpongeBob, who then passes it along to Mr. Krabs, Squidward, and Patrick. All but one of them start writing letters to Santa Claus, when Patrick rips his paper accidentally. As he walks over to ask for another one, we can see that SpongeBob's shoes are completely transparent. Weird.
No one's gonna give me a gift just because I write them a stupid letter.
SpongeBob, I ripped my paper. Could I have another one?
Sure, buddy. Here you go. Okie dokie, Squid.
In the Season 3 episode, titled Midlife Crustodian, Mr. Krabs, feeling self-conscious about his age, opts to spend an evening with SpongeBob and Patrick so that he can feel young again. Shenanigans ensue, culminating in a panty raid at Mr. Krabs' mother's house. When Mrs. Krabs' underwear are first shown during the panty raid, they are shaped like normal panties. But when Mr. Krabs shows them off, they change shape and look like bloomers, more commonly referred to as granny panties.
Really? We hit the jackpot!
Oh, yeah, Mr. Krabs.
You finally came through for me, boys. I feel young again.
In the opening scene of Chum Friasque, Squidward mentions to Mr. Krabs that if he ever ran a restaurant, his gourmet know-how would have customers waiting years just to get a table. Mr. Krabs just laughs at him, and Squidward is understandably annoyed, telling SpongeBob as they're walking out that he could even make the Chum Bucket a success. Now during the scene, we can see that SpongeBob's legs very obviously detach from his body, while he follows Squidward off screen. Here's a clip with audio.
See you fellas tomorrow. Gourmet know-how. Laugh it off. My knowledge and intelligence can make even the Chum Bucket a success. Hey.
If you're looking to sell your property quickly and you're looking for a cash offer, Marketing Properties can offer you a fast